now joined by Marian Ann Montgomery, and you come on the show all the time. You bring us some beautiful pieces that we're not allowed to touch without the beautiful white gloves, because these pieces are very, very old. They're very unique. They're very different. So tell us about the new exhibit coming out and kind of what you've brought us today.
I brought you examples of feed sacks. Feed sacks are these wonderful cotton sacks that came with your sugar in them or your flour back in the days when we were all baking a lot more than we do, or sometimes even chicken feed. Look at this white thing. It's this, it has ink all over it, but it's this great piece of white fabric that you could make into a million things. Part of the problem with it was the ink on it. They couldn't get it off. Well, they could use lard or kerosene, but since neither of us probably have that in our household, they moved at one point then later to things that were paper labels.
Okay,
and they
very
could easily
interesting.
pull those off. And they also went to colored fabrics. And so this was a fabric you can see here at the bottom, these fancy dressed up people, probably used as a bottom of a curtain someplace perhaps.
Okay.
That was what that fabric was intended to be used
love
for.
it.
So in the 30s they started doing these, and I brought you lots of examples of the pieces from the 30s. Right before that, I know I'm skipping backwards, but they did do some woven towels. So here's some fabrics that were just had the print woven into them.
Okay.
And then they moved on to these great prints that they used for all sorts of clothing items.
This is
like
adorable.
This adorable little piece. It's here today because we honestly didn't have a mannequin small enough to put the dog outfit on.
You know, I think it's fine. I think it's adorable.
Some other fun pieces, this hunting scene with the wonderful rail fence at the bottom. This piece, I hope the gentleman can get in and really show this. This is one of our propaganda pieces printed around World War II. So all the men that love knowing about World War II and all the different battles might like this piece. But for me, the favorite piece is right here on this. Can you see Hitler's face?
Oh, very interesting.
And Mussolini and Hirohito. It's a little bit of history for you all. It has all these bad eggs in a frying pan. It says keep them frying, which is great. Great propaganda if you're on the Allied side. And then I just brought you some other examples of beautiful fabrics that all of these sugar and flour sacks were printed in, so that people then made them into clothing and quilts and other towels, and that's what we have to show you. We have 6,000 pieces of this at the museum.
Oh, so just a few.
Just a few. So we had a lot to pick from.
Now, our favorite word is free.
Free. The museum is open free Tuesday through Saturday, 10 to 5, Sunday noon 1 to 5.
Okay.
And the exhibit runs through December 15th.
Okay.
So you need to get there before Christmas, but December 15th.
Small detail.
Our graphics just a little bit wrong there. Just by a few days.
By a few days.
Yeah. Anyway.
But
here's some images that you can see. These are some of the quilts that are made from feed sacks. Those are some of the embroidered pieces that you could make from the printed sacks.
Okay, so lots of fun items that you can go see and you can go touch if you wear the gloves. Or no?
Actually, we don't have any gloves out.
Oh, no gloves out this
team
time.
gets a little annoyed. You can see those great barriers that keep you away.
Oh,
but you can take as many pictures as you want without flash.
And you get to go see some very unique items. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really appreciate it. And of course, that's a look at our local happenings. Now we're going to send it over to Brandon Waits with a look at our local headlines.